burn some daylight.
Well, welcome back, Daylight Burners. Had a really good weekend of football this past week. Not sure where Jordan is at today. Jake will be right with us here shortly, but we're down to the divisional round in the NFL. We got the national championship game on Monday. So 4 games. I guess would that be the divisional round? Would be the quarterfinals? Yeah, quarterfinals of the NFL playoffs, and then national championship Monday, and then like the football season's coming to an end. I know you haven't watched a ton this year, and I've followed, but I after being so just engrossed in baseball all year that it was such a let off after the regular season, and then the playoffs and the World Series was over. It was just like a dopamine dump, and I didn't care about football at all. And then all of a sudden, football got really, really good, and then but now it's almost over. Like the college football's down to the last game, and then we're down to the semis or the quarterfinals in the NFL, and then you have that dark month or so where there's basketball and hockey, but yeah, and it's not really good basketball or hockey until March, and then you get March Madness, but then baseball starts up, and then I don't really care about the rest of it.
Yeah, I feel kind of the same way. Like I watched so much baseball this year that it was so intense through the playoffs that I kind of didn't really get into football.
Oh, the playoffs were insane this year.
And then I've been watching the last few weeks quite a bit. And I'm like, damn, I should have been watching more this year, because it seems like, especially the college, was a really good season.
Yeah, I still don't know what they do with the bowl system. Like, I hate to see it go, but I hate to see what it's become. You know, where it's like you got the Snoop Dogg Bowl with 2 teams with losing records, and you're like, come on, what is this?
Well, and then like these major bowls that used to have like big tie-ins that don't really mean anything anymore. It's just it's like one of the quarterfinals or something. It's like, all right.
Yeah, well, it's like the Rose Bowl was always Big Ten, Pac-12, and now like half of the old Pac-12 is now in the Big Ten, and you're like, well, and now Colorado State's going to be in the Pac-12, and you're like, well. We have no historic connection with the Big Ten at all. It's like, I don't know. It's weird how college football has morphed, but like the product on the field this year was really good, and Indiana is a fucking wagon. Like Miami looked really good, but Indiana just looks nasty. Like that. Man, on defense, they swarm to the ball. They just they're suffocating.
Yeah, they look so good, and I wish I would watch more Indiana this year.
I know. I think most analysts and talking heads had, if there was a team that they claimed didn't belong in the playoffs last year, was Indiana, and had no chance, or was way overhyped at the beginning of the year, was Indiana, and they've just steamrolled just about everybody. They're going for 16-0 on the year, and the opening line is going to be 9.5 by the time Monday rolls around. It started at 5, -5 for Indiana. I think I got it late at 8.5, and I think I don't know what the score is going to be, but I just feel like they feel inevitable.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, just talk about what a great job Natty's done.
Yeah.
That program,
it's crazy. It's crazy. Like the Hoosiers, they're literally only known for basketball, and historically the losingest program in college football history
until this year.
And until this year. Now they're 15-0 playing for a Natty and heavy favorites, and I think it's well earned, and like no shade to Miami. Miami has looked really good through. I mean, they put a beat down on Ohio State. Like the score didn't really reflect how much of a beat down that was. But I mean, Oregon was a good team, and Indiana just dismantled them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, especially with like the transfer portal now, like
mm-hmm.
nothing to say that they just won't keep being this good, or maybe not quite this good, but they're not going to go back like immediately. I mean, but like,
and they built their team around mostly transfers, older transfers, and they're one of the oldest teams in college football, if not the oldest team in college football, and it's worked for them. I mean, it clearly worked, and they look good. That Signetti's a hell of a coach, and I let me see. I'll pop up on the screen, but I think they're still at 8.5. Maybe I'll. Huh. All right. Well, I got a new browser, and so now I have to share screens. I have to quit and relaunch, and I'm not doing that. So you'll have to believe me when I tell you that ESPN has Indiana at -8.5. Over-unders at 47.5. -340 for the Hoosiers on the money line. I think I got them I took Indiana at -8.5, and I think the odds were right about one. It wasn't 110. It was a little bit better than 110, but like 108, 109. That right now, ESPN bets got them at -108. Kind of disrespectful to the Hurricanes, but I think it's deserved.
Yeah, I mean, nothing against them, but Indiana looks like they're gonna the way they've been rolling here. Kind of makes me nervous I mean, I don't know. Normally I wouldn't take an 8.5, but honestly, maybe I will. Just
I was not real sure when I placed my bet, but I was like, I don't know. Looking at them, I don't think Miami can beat them, and I think the thing is it's like kind of a slow start, but then it's just like just a flood. They just pour it on, and then you're not catching up after that. Once they get ahead of steam, you're just like, look out! They just get out of the way. They're rolling, and I don't know that Miami's got enough to keep up with them. I think I think they're going to boat race them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping for a good game.
I am too,
but I'm not sure we're going to get one.
I'm not sure either. And Signetti just looks like he's on a fucking mission too. He's he's been all business, and I don't know. I think Indiana's gonna roll. I think it's at least a 2-score game, and it'll be a fun, be a cap to a fun college football season. I guess they said that the 16-team playoff is not a done deal. It could. I don't know. So, but it's supposed to be a 16-team playoff next year, which I think would be fun as shit.
What is it? Was it 12?
It was 12 this year.
I think that was good.
12 was good. 16 would be fine. But I'm good with 12. I think the playoff system is the way to go but I think they got to do a better way to. Me and Jordan were talking last week of they got to do something to incentivize the players to play during the bowl games to make the otherwise the bowl games just they're kind of a laughing stock already. But like I I feel like there's a way to incorporate them into the. I know they do into the playoff system, but they're I don't know. I feel like they could do a better job of incorporating it into it, and especially in like the NIL contracts that they have, like give them incentives to, bonuses for playing in a bowl game, bonuses for,
Yeah, I don't know how that works because I don't think NCAA can directly give them that money, right?
I'm not sure exactly how that works, but I know like in their individual contracts, there's certain.
I'm sure, yeah.
But I would somehow some way to encourage that, because that's the only way you're really gonna get those games to be worth a shit is to get a full team playing, and the only way you're gonna get the top level players to play in a game that doesn't mean anything is to pay them. And
that's the reason that they're sitting out,
right? So
and make sure that they don't get injured and screw up the draft.
So yeah, make sure they get paid somehow. Like, make it worth their while, and and then because bowl season's fun as shit. There's that stretch during the holidays where there's always some weird bowl game on, and it's fun to watch. And it's
but like you were saying, like it's not fun to have like two losing teams play a bowl game though.
No, I think you got to have a winning record. You can't go in with a 500 record. No, you got to be on the plus side of 500 to be eligible for a bowl. And and if you have the full team playing, that then it becomes more meaningful because it's more football. But it's good football that way, or I don't know that. It seems like they've really cheapened the bowl games, and then the playoff was excellent though. There was there was a few blowouts, but hell, they're talking about James Madison not being belonging in the picture because they got blown out by Oregon, and then Oregon got boat raced by Indiana. So you're like, I don't know, man. That's what happens in college football sometimes. Games get out of hand, and they can score real quick.
Yeah, and I don't want to see like some blowouts or like an easy first round for someone, but I do like that it's not just like the Big Four conferences.
Yeah, I do too, and I'm glad that they have the at-large bids. I'm good. I'm glad that a team like James Madison got in. I was glad when Boise got in last year. It's fun seeing those teams. It was really fun seeing Alabama get their shit kicked in, though. that was the best part. The Miami Ole Miss game was excellent too. That was a really fun back and forth, excellent game. Probably the best game of the playoffs so far was that Miami Ole Miss game.
Yeah,
and I'm curious to see how this one turns out. See how Miami performs, because I think we know what Indiana's going to do, but see if Miami can answer at all. I think they'll keep it close for a little while, but I think the Hoosiers pull away, and it's probably a 2-score game.
They had a couple good wins, but it wasn't dominant like Indiana was.
No, not at all. I mean, they had some tough wins. That first round they went into Texas A&M and beat them. Then Ohio State, which a lot of the people thought Ohio State was just going to roll all the way through everybody. And Miami bitch slapped them.
Yeah, the score doesn't really reflect it, but they really controlled that game.
Yeah. Miami looked really good that game. I thought Miami would cover the spread. I didn't expect them to win outright. But man, they handled them. They really did. And then they outlasted Ole Miss. Ole Miss looked really good. Ole Miss looked like they were on a mission too after the whole Lane Kiffin circus. That fucking guy. I would understand why everybody hates him, but I kind of love him because he's just a fucking asshole.
Well, I hate him.
He's
as one of the teams that he's left in shambles. Yeah. The Raiders, like way back when. But
I wonder how many marriages he left in shambles there too. It seems like his latest gig is just running through sorority girls in the SEC, and I mean, God bless him. More power to him. But yeah, they but the guy he is an asshole. On the NFL side, that was let's see, let me get the scores from wild card round. We had what the hell? Okay. We had the Panthers gave the Rams a hell of a run. I was money up betting the NFL this weekend. I won everything.
I lost everyone.
Did you really?
But I bet like the first 4 games, and those all went down to like the last drive, and I lost every single one.
Oh shit, that sucks. I had the Panthers cover. I didn't think they were going to win. I briefly considered taking money line. I'll take them to cover, and because it was like, I think it was like 9.5 or something. It was a big spread. I was like, that doesn't happen in the NFL much.
It doesn't, and I took it anyways.
I took the Bears to cover. I thought the Packers were going to win.
I had the Packers outright, but that's because I'm a homer.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a close one, and the Packers won by a field goal because it was. Yeah, I took Bears plus 3.5, and I thought it was going to be a field goal game, and fucking Bears, they somehow win.
Yeah. Packers just blew like a 9-point, 12-point lead or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but they had a big lead going into the 4th, and like played like shit, missed a field goal. That missed field goal like could have really changed the game because if they were just down by 1 instead of 4, could have changed the end of that last drive there. They really screwed themselves there. They should have had that win.
They should have. Definitely should have.
But I mean, congrats to the Bears to turn it around.
Yeah. I mean, it's. I didn't see it. I didn't believe in Caleb Williams.
I did. I thought he was. I drafted him too high in my fantasy league, and it worked out pretty well.
He's unconventional, but if you don't get pressure on him and get him to the ground, he can beat you. He's athletic enough to pull off some wild shit. And he seems like he's better when he's like running for his life, you know.
Oh, it's a good thing he's in Chicago, man.
That is a theme in Chicago. Quarterbacks running for their lives. Bills and the Jags. I didn't buy the Jags. They were a good team this year. I never bought them as a real team.
Yeah, I can't remember. I bet the Bills to cover, and I didn't think the Jags were going to stay in it. And I mean, they had the lead until then.
Yeah, it was a great game.
I guess I kind of went back and forth, but
yeah, it was a great game though. First 3 games were last drive comebacks. I mean, those were
all fun games.
Yeah. The only really not fun game was that Patriots Chargers game. And Texans Steelers, that game sucked too. But
yeah, so I didn't watch the Chargers one. I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, 16-3. It was just it was boring as shit. The Niners Eagles was a great game. Niners like just willing their way past, but Kittle tore his Achilles, and he's
that's
done.
rough to watch.
Yeah, he's done for all of next season, even. So that sucks.
Yeah. And, I mean, the Eagles had a chance to come back there at the end too. I thought maybe they'd make it 4 for comebacks, and they didn't make it.
I know
they didn't finish it, but it was a close game.
It was close.
Not quite as good at football as the other three, but
no, but it was still really good football. Patriots Chargers, that game was not fun to watch unless you're a Pats fan, but Texans defense is nasty. And Tomlin's out in Pittsburgh, huh?
Yeah. It sounds like it was his choice, but maybe that he was
strongly encouraged.
Yeah. But I mean, 19 seasons, never had a losing season there.
Yep.
Won one Super Bowl, a lot of playoffs.
Well, and
that's a pretty great career.
Really with not a lot of guys that you can name, like off the top of your head. Like
at the beginning, there was definitely
there was a few. I mean, but not a ton of star power going through Pittsburgh. Like a lot of no name guys that he did it with. And just I don't know. I love Mike Tomlin. I think he's a hell of a football coach.
Yeah, and he did have. I mean, there were some guys who had some really really high highs. But didn't last too long.
No, like they, Emmanuel Sanders was there for a little while. Antonio Brown was there. Roethlisberger, obviously, yeah. Bettis was there but he was more under Cowher than.
I think he was there for the first couple of years.
I think so.
As was Hines Ward.
Yeah, and then it was kind of a new generation over there after that, because there was there was a handful of leftover from the Cowher era, and then so I wonder who gets that job. I heard that John Harbaugh's with the Giants.
I mean, it can't be official yet, but that's the rumors.
Yeah. So I don't know. Be interesting. I mean, is Rodgers done? Did he officially retire?
No, I don't think so, but it sounds like it might be it for him.
Yeah. I mean, made it to the playoffs. Hats off to him for that. That's it's not nothing, but he wasn't particularly memorable. But
yeah, I mean, it's better going out this way than after last year or the year before, where he gets hurt or has a really bad season. So I don't know, maybe just for himself, he's like, I showed I could make the playoffs one more time and get out.
We can't all be Clayton Kershaw. Get to walk off with a World Series win and then go pitch some meaningless innings in the World Baseball Classic.
Hey, I don't know about meaningless. I love the World Baseball Classic.
I know, but he's probably going to be.
Oh yeah, he probably is going to be worse. Yeah.
No, I love the World Baseball Classic, but
no, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but I mean, you're almost like, oh fuck you, dude. That's like the perfect walk off. Like, fuck off. It's too perfect. Just you win the. You close out your career with back-to-back World Series champs, and then you get to go for the first time ever, or first time in your career playing the World Baseball Classic, and just to be a on the roster. Like I said, if you're when he pitches, it's going to be just chewing up innings somewhere.
Yeah, and he got to his 3,000 strikeout.
Yeah,
like his final or second to last,
something like that.
Game,
yeah, he had the fairy tale ending, and just like, man, all right. Hats off to you. He was a cocksucker when we had to play him, but he was dude was a stud. So all right, so the playoffs games this week. So tomorrow we got Bills Broncos in Denver. That stadium's going to be loud. Mile High is going to be rocking. We, as of right now, it's Broncos -1.5. I got them at -1. Thank God. I think that's going to be a close game. I don't know that the Broncos win it. I think they should win it, but I think Josh Allen's window for a Super Bowl is getting real narrow, and this might be his last push. So he might pull something out of his ass to.
I keep thinking that the Broncos are better or they're not as good as their record, but then they keep winning.
Yeah,
like, maybe they are good.
I don't
know.
This year has felt a lot like the last year they won the Super Bowl, where it was just a lot of really great defense and just enough offense to get by. But they have an offense that can score. Like last year, they put up a lot of points. This year, they've just been they haven't had to. That defense is elite, though. I mean, their defense is so nasty. So I don't know, but it's also Josh Allen. He's like Ben Roethlisberger with way faster.
He can move
like so much faster. Because like in the early days, Roethlisberger scrambled quite a bit, but he
wasn't fast.
Yeah, he was never fast. But Josh Allen's same body type or same size, but way faster. So I don't know. It's going to be 1.5. I mean, that's they're essentially giving it to Denver the slight edge just for home field, but that's gonna be hell. That's the best matchup of the weekend, I think. I got Broncos at -1. 1.5 is it's gonna be a dogfight. Over unders at 45.5. I think it'd probably be over 45.5 for the score. That's like a 28-24 or 31-28 type of game, I think. I don't know. What do you got?
I mean, I'd probably take the over on that one, but like you said, Broncos don't score as much as they have as last year. So I don't know. They've got to, but they're gonna have to. The Bills score points, so
yeah,
you're gonna have to pace them.
And that the Broncos have given up. That defense has given up a lot of points occasionally, but the Bills seem like one of the teams that they're probably gonna give up some points to. So I think the over hits. I'm not sold on the Broncos winning, but that's my homer pick was Broncos -1. Yeah, that's gonna be a good game. Niners Seahawks. That's gonna be a really good game. Be in Seattle, gonna be loud as fuck. Division rivalry. Be the third time they've played this year.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean,
Niners are banged up.
Yeah, without Kittle, I definitely got to give the edge to the Seahawks. I don't know what the line's at here, but I'm sure the Seahawks favored.
ESPN's got it at -7 right now. Let's see what I took it at. I got better than 7. Seven's a lot for division rivalry in the playoffs, even if they are banged up. That's those, how those division games go. Yeah. So I think I got it at 5, maybe. Yeah, I think it's got a over under at 45.5 as well. I think the under is probably a good play there. Seattle's got a nasty defense. Niners are banged up. They don't have Kittle. McCaffrey's been excellent this year though, so I mean they could still score, but I don't know. I think Seahawks are just there. I would have picked them to win with Kittle, but I definitely would have took Niners to cover with Kittle.
Yeah, I might try and play them in a teaser with the Broncos.
Yeah. Who did I? I got Seattle -7, so that might be a losing bet. I don't know. We'll see. And then Texans Patriots. That is going to be a really disgusting, awesome game. I think.
I hope not. I hope Texans just beat the shit out of the Patriots.
I do too, but I feel like it's going to be a disgusting defensive game.
I hope. Oh yeah, you're right. Yes,
it's just going to be just a gross slugfest, and I want to watch it, and I'm rooting for the Texans, but I'm honestly, I'm there for the spectacle of just really good defensive run game type of game. It's in New England, but you got a young you got two young quarterbacks. Defensive edge to the Texans. Spreads 3 for New England. I took New England at 2.5. Over unders at 40.5. So yeah, they're even Vegas is saying it's going to be a disgusting game.
I mean, like I want to take the over, but it could be a real low scoring game.
Yeah, I took the under, and I took the Patriots to cover. I think Vrabel. I don't know. I love. Like, I hate the Patriots, but I love the matchup. Like Vrabel versus DeMeco Ryans, and just like two really gritty defensive coaches. Like, I hate New England though. I really hate the Patriots.
I might take the Texans here.
Yeah, that's not a bad bet. Texas really came on. They kind of struggled early in the season, but man, they came on strong at the end, and that defense looks nasty at the moment. So, and then Rams at the Bears. Got Stafford going back to the NFC North. Cold weather game, supposed to be windy. And it's Rams -4.5.
It's supposed to be the coldest game that the Rams have played all year.
Yeah. I was listening to McAfee, and they were saying that Caleb Williams has actually played more cold weather games than Matt Stafford. And they both have a 2-2 record in like the extreme cold weather games. So, but if you're giving me playoffs, Stafford versus Caleb Williams, give me Stafford.
Stafford's got the experience, but the Bears have been playing really well. So
they have. I just think him and Puka Nacua are going to put up so many yards.
What's the line at?
4.5. Over unders at 48.5.
For the Rams?
Yeah, Rams 4.5.
Okay. I might take the Bears there.
It's not a bad play.
Just to cover.
Yeah. It's not a bad play. I think it's going to be a close game. And it is supposed to be, when does that game start? It's
6:30 Eastern.
6:30 Eastern. So AccuWeather's got it at 21 degrees, 31% humidity, bitterly cold, it says. Real feel of 0, Southwest wins at 21. It's gonna be a shitty game if you're there. That's gonna suck.
Yeah.
That's gonna suck. Yeah, it even says bitterly cold on the real feel. So yeah, I don't know. I still gotta go Stafford. 4.5 is a lot. Bears are at home. I don't know that Caleb Williams makes too many dumb mistakes, and I think the Rams are a really good team too. It's not just Stafford. That's a good enough defense, and that offense when they get rolling, they can really put up a lot of points. So I mean,
yeah, with cold might cut down the passing game a little bit, but
yeah, and it could. That's definitely a possibility.
On the ground though too, so
yeah. So I like the Rams here just based on the experience. If this like next year, the same matchup, I might lean Bears, but to Caleb Williams' credit, I thought he was gonna really suck, and he's not been excellent, but he's not been terrible. So it is what it is there. So yeah, I'll take Rams 4.5. It'd be kind of cool to have a Broncos Bears Super Bowl, but I don't think the Bears get there.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be a good matchup either way.
Yeah. Yeah, really good matchups. It sucks that Kittle's out. That would have been that was shaping up to be just a banger of a matchup. NFC West was really good this year. The Cardinals or whatever, that that's a joke of a franchise.
I thought they'd be a little bit better.
Yeah, I don't know what their deal is.
Yeah, I thought Harrison might break out.
Yeah,
didn't. I mean, he showed signs of some amazing talent and just never really got put together there.
He's like a genetically engineered wide receiver. I mean, he's just like that's he has one purpose on earth, and that's just to play wide receiver.
Yeah.
And for some reason, like they can't get him the ball or don't get him the ball or whatever. I don't understand it. Arizona's that franchise is a mess. I don't know what their deal is. But that's they're out, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. So who you got out of the 8 teams left? Who what's your Super Bowl prediction?
I'm kind of thinking Bills Rams at this point, but it's not maybe. I don't know if that's what I want.
Yeah,
so that's kind of what I'm thinking.
I'd
love to see the Texans make it, and I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think so either. I think whoever wins between Broncos Bills is going to represent the AFC. I think it's going to be Seahawks Rams. And
Seahawks would be cool too.
Yeah, I would love to see a rematch. Like I'm scared that they just butt rape us again, but I would love to see a Broncos Seahawks rematch and have the Broncos come out on top this time. But yeah, last time was terrible.
Yeah, I mean honestly, I wouldn't be too mad about anyone but the Patriots going.
I'm kind of in that same boat. I'd love to see the Bears go and lose again. Like I'm good with that. I don't really have like on the AFC, I'm good with everybody but the Patriots. Like I don't want them to go. I respect what they've done. I like, hats off to Vrabel. He's put together a hell of a team. But still, they're the Patriots and fuck them.
Yeah, so, I agree. I mean, just historically, I just can't root for them.
Yeah, same here.
I've hated them ever since the snow game, like 25 years ago.
Yeah. No, I get it. I understand completely, and I don't. But if the Broncos beat the Bills, I'd like to see Josh Allen win one. I don't know if he ever will, but I like Josh Allen a lot. So Broncos lose to him, especially if it's a close game. I'm like, all right, that's fine. I don't want them to get blown out at home, but Texans, I like D'Amico Ryans a lot. I think it'd be cool to see them. I don't know if they can get. They're not quite there yet, I don't think, but they're awful fucking close. And then I don't know. I have no preference on the the NFC side. Because like I said, I wouldn't mind seeing the Bears lose one just to laugh at Rob. But I don't care one way or the other because the rest of it's just all NFC West, and yeah, I don't know. If I had to predict, I would say I'm gonna say Bills. Probably Rams. Bills Seahawks. I think the Seahawks have the best shot from the NFC. If Darnold can perform.
Yeah, I mean he has been.
Yeah. Well, he gets some flack for his performance last year against the Lions, but to be fair, they sacked him like 9 times. So like he had a bad day for sure, but the Lions defense had a really fucking good day too. So like yeah, I don't know. I don't count that against him so much because it is more of a credit to the defense, I think, than it was a slight on Darnold because he'd put up numbers all year. Bad time to have a bad day though.
Absolutely.
But I think I don't know. I think he's a good quarterback that has finally found like a pretty good spot to play because apparently New York is not.
No.
Just all right. Well, I need to go take a leak real quick, but we'll come back and talk some baseball.
All right.
I can't find my goddamn mouse. There we are. Boomer moment. All right, we're back, and the Dodgers are now like officially the evil empire of this generation.
I mean, if they aren't already,
yeah, I mean, like they were, but they just like they just like keep solidifying it, like that. So they sign Kyle Tucker for $60 million a year, and he's probably going to bat at least fifth.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean the lineup's stacked.
It's disgusting. I don't know how they don't win again. It just they have like their weakest player is Andy Pages, and he's an elite defensive center fielder.
Yeah,
yeah,
he's like probably the only reason that they haven't tried to replace him.
Right, like yeah. So that's your
Turner's a little bit old.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm actually very old.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know. They I don't know. They'll probably have another entire staff on starting rotation on the IL and still just blow through the playoffs. I don't know. They're just a machine. Can't be stopped at this point. Bo Bichette to the Mets. I didn't see what the numbers were on that.
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, Bo Bichette signed with the Mets. So you got Lindor and Bichette up the middle. Because I'm assuming they're not going to move Lindor to second for Bo Bichette.
No, I think Lindor's a better defensive shortstop.
Yeah, like quite a bit better, I think. So
yeah.
So and Bo's already shown that he can play second hurt.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit surprised. I thought he would stay in Toronto, but the Mets, I think he's got a better shot at winning the title with Toronto than he does the Mets.
I do too. I think Toronto, I mean, especially if he came back, they would be
Toronto's for real, or at least they're trying to be for real. I don't, you never know how it's going to play out, but they're trying. They're right up. Because they got Cease. Who else did they sign? They've been busy this offseason.
Yeah, I thought Cease was a big one. I can't remember.
Shit, I should have known. I should know that, but
I didn't see. I didn't see that the Mets also got Jorge Polanco, or I forgot. I guess.
Yeah,
that's could be. What do they put him at third? Maybe I don't know.
I guess because Polanco played second, didn't he?
Second, but he can play shortstop too, I think.
Yeah. I mean, typical Mets. They got some pieces. They got a decent lineup, like more than decent, but they ain't gonna win anything. All right, so Bichette's 3 years, 126 mil. So, damn, 42 million a year. Damn,
it's big money.
Big money.
Which I mean, last year he was excellent until he got hurt, right? I mean,
yeah, and then even when he came back hurt, like he still, like he wasn't at his self, but he was productive. And what he hit, like 308, something like that.
Yeah.
No, he's a baller. Good for him. Good. I like. There's a little bit of the homer in me because I was a fan of the old man, but good on Bo. Then Kyle Tucker's was 6 and 240, wasn't it?
6 and 240, yeah.
Yeah.
No, wrong.
Or
4 and 240.
4 and 240. 60 a year.
Yeah. Which honestly is not. I was thinking about it like, all right, that's a huge AV, but he's going to be gone before he's going to start to decline.
Yep.
So they're not going to have to carry like a big salary later on. And,
yeah.
With it being LA, they can just use that money to go buy someone younger and
right.
replace them.
Yeah, they're just in the business of midterm rentals at this point, and they've become a destination where, like, all right, well, they don't have any problem getting guys there anymore.
Well, and they also have like a great farm system continuously. Yeah. It seems like so.
Yeah, like they figured shit out over there. They really have. There's a lot of talk about what this means for the, with the collective bargaining agreement coming up. I don't know. I think a lot of that is just media driven hype.
I don't know. I've heard several like baseball media people talk about like there might be a lockout.
Yeah,
but like a short one like we had in 21.
Yeah, because we didn't even miss any games that year, did we?
Yeah, I missed like 10 or something.
That's right. That's right. Okay. I don't even want that, but that'd be okay. Whatever. But baseball hasn't been this popular in quite some time. They're rolling in money right now. And those guys want to keep that gravy train going. So I don't.
And the attendance keeps going up.
Yeah. The subscription was on the MLB app was up like 25% last year, which was up like 20% from the previous year. Like it's booming. Like business is booming for Major League Baseball right now. So they don't want to mess with that too much. So if they're like,
the worst thing that you could do is have a lockout and ruin all that gains that you just got.
Right. And it'd be self-inflicted. This, just like complete. There's no reason for it. There's
it's gonna be people like Monfort who want a salary cap.
Right. Exactly. And
it's like, well, really, let's get a salary floor.
Right. I think so. Or I'm almost of the mind that like you after so many years of subpar performance, you should be forced to sell. Like the Monforts are the problem for the Rockies. Like the altitude and everything is an issue. Like that's a real thing. It's been proven over time, but they've proved that you can win at Coors with the right type of, especially with the right type of pitcher. Like you can get by at Coors. Like that's really all you have to do as a pitcher is get by. Like just don't get absolutely shelled at Coors and you're okay. It's a good enough environment that your offense can pick you up. And Colorado, for their, if anything, they have been good at getting offense from time to time. Like they've been good at getting enough offense to put up runs.
It's been down for a couple of years now, but but generally, they do have. But
historically, they have been good at doing that. It's like you said, it's not been good for last several years, but that aside, like historically, that has been their strength. Like they recognize that is to win here, you're gonna have to bop, and they've been able to do that. But the Monforts are just terrible fucking owners. Have no business owning a Major League Baseball team. It should be forced to sell, but they're not gonna be. And then this is why I'm wearing an A's hat. So, which I mean, if you listen to the Oakland fans, the owner's not much better, but they've had recent success, and they've had over
a
long term.
I mean,
they've had a lot of success.
They locked up Soderstrom long term, right?
Yep. They locked him 7 years and 6 years, 6 years and 100 and something, 17. I forget what it was, but it was
close.
No, maybe
I thought it was close to like 20 million a year or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, it was a good deal, and so they've got Butler long term, they got Rooker long term, they got Sodi long term. They got Langoliers for another year, or they deferred arbitration for a year, and so they need to do whatever they can to get Kurtz extended. Whatever, that kid's an absolute stud. Like, lock him down somehow, some way. Like, keep building around that. Like, lock him down and then figure out the pitching. Like, the pitching is always, the most important in baseball. But right now, that's a generational talent. Get him there long term and make him. Yeah, you have a chance to make really make a splash with this team. Like, between him and Butler and Wilson and Soderstrom, like, you got such a good core that if you can figure out how to make that work going forward, like, they're gonna be in contention.
Oh yeah, and I mean, especially in a couple more years when they get to Vegas, like, the money will start pouring in.
I think so too, especially, and it's going to be easier to sign guys without the California state tax.
Yeah, and to play
no tax stadium in general, but and then a brand new stadium, and it's I think it's headed in the right direction for sure. Yeah. The pitching's still a big question, but I mean, that Morales kid that they brought up last year, he got lit up a couple times, but man, when he's on, he's nasty. They've got some young guys, if they can put it together, that have really, really good stuff. That JT Ginn's sinker was so nasty. If he can figure out how to command that thing, it's 24 inches of break on it. It's gross, and he runs it up there at like 97. It's there's these pitchers nowadays. I don't know how anybody gets a hit ever. They're just nasty.
It's absolutely.
And then you see the labs that they have set up. So like when in the off season, they're just like a bunch of nerd pitchers, just like they get their cameras set up, and you're like, all right, now change your grip slightly, try it this way, and then you're going to get 3 extra inches of horizontal break, and without putting any extra stress on your arm. You're just like, now you just got scientists crafting pitches in the lab now, and it's but they're doing the same thing with the hitters too, so it's crazy. They're talking like you can put those VR goggles on and take 30 at bats from Tarek Skubal when you're just in your living room through VR, which
that's wild.
It's insane. It's crazy. But then you go meet the real Skubal and you still can't. You can't hit him.
Speaking of Skubal, him and the Tigers are significantly off on their arbitration.
Not even close. Not even close.
I think they offered him like 19 before the arbitration, but then he said no, and then they're going to arbitration at like 17 and 32 or something like that, 18 and 32.
Oh shit! No, they went lower.
Yeah, it went lower.
Oh fuck. So he's going to be traded.
Well, so most likely he's going to get his 32.
Yeah.
He's coming off of back-to-back Cy Youngs. It will be the highest pitcher arbitration ever. Yeah. I think Soto got more.
I think so too.
Just pure arbitration, but that's the highest. And I think the last
they got to side with Scooble on that, don't they?
They do, and I mean, like I think the last the previous highest value for a pitcher was David Price, also at the Tigers then, at and he got like 19 million then, and that's
right.
That's 10 years ago. So
yeah,
they're definitely not going to go. And so arbitration, you can't go like meet somewhere in the middle.
It's just either or.
One ballot, it's one ballot or the other. So they're not going with the Tigers.
No.
So like it doesn't matter what. I mean, unless he came in like something crazy, like they're going to give it to School, I think. But I don't think that necessarily means that that it's over for the Tigers.
Yeah,
re-signing him.
Well,
they talked about like a lot of people like how arbitration in the past hasn't like soured negotiations, that even when they've had some big differences in when they go to arbitration, that players have still re-signed with that, or signed extensions with that team, or signed in free agency with that team. So I like, hopefully they can get a long-term, they go to arbitration and then they can get a long-term deal done.
Well, do you think the offering that lower number was like a sign of good faith by the Tigers to be like, all right, you're going to get your money on this one? Now
maybe
that was just like oh, okay, we're way off on our numbers. We're going to lose this one. So we're going to make sure like we're folding. We're folding
sure.
here.
I mean, yeah. The Tigers, like, I think you can like offer again after, after you put your arbitration numbers again, you can still like sign for another number, but the Tigers don't do that. Ever. Like they'll never give you another offer. So it does kind of seem like, okay, maybe they are just going to fold this one, but I mean, like I would have preferred them to like parlay that into some kind of long-term deal where,
obviously, because
it's like a nice big bonus,
like somehow pay that man enough to keep him around. Like let it be. I mean, and that's on the player end too. Like you have to, especially if like you like where you're at, and being a little bit of a smaller market.
He does like it here.
Saying that's the thing is like and he doesn't seem like he's with Boris, right? So
there's Boris, yeah.
Boris,
so a lot of this is Boris.
Boris is going to get whatever they can, but also like you don't want to just, like you also like, come on, man, make it work so that you can stay rolling here, because like it's a good thing when Detroit's good at when the Tigers are good at baseball, like that. That makes the central, both of the central divisions are a lot of fun, because it's just it really is just a toss up every year. It seems like you never know how either of those divisions are going to turn out, but it's a lot better when they're competitive, and like you'd like to see the White Sox be better too, just for overall competition. But like you want to keep Scooble at all, just as much as possible, or however you just try to make it make sense for him to stay,
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I think I want Scooble to stay so much, but if they can't get it done, I really would like them to trade him before the season and get like a monster haul.
Yeah, you gotta, if you can't afford him, then let him go and just reap all the rewards on the back end. Just like get all the things for him now while you still can.
Yeah.
Are the Tigers historically a franchise that like lets something slip away like that, or like they the type that would let him get away without getting anything back for him?
No.
Okay, that's good, because
but
the
like
Rockies
the
were
last time
totally
okay, it's not like that. They're not like that.
yeah
But like the last time that they had these like some big names to trade or that were going to leave, they did trade like a lot of those players. It didn't really work out, but that was with a different GM and a different owner.
yeah.
It's now the son. If it was Mike Ilitch would just unload the truck for Scooble. Chris
Oh
is a little
really?
bit. Chris is a little bit more frugal, but Mike was getting really old there at the end. He's like, I just want to see one more before I die.
Yeah.
It didn't happen, but now and it was Dombrowski as a GM, and he was fine with just unloading the farm system to go trade for anyone.
Yeah.
But now you got people who are a little bit more conservative and stocking up in the farm and not going and spending huge money in free agency. It's unfortunate because this seems kind of like the tipping point where they could go back to being not very good or make a couple moves and push it over the edge for they're really trying to make a push in the playoffs.
It doesn't seem like they're very much in like a holding pattern. They're about to tip one way or the other. It seems like.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't. Yeah, I don't feel like they're gonna regress to like a median level. Like they're either gonna fall off hard or they're gonna have to make some moves to stay competitive at the top of that division. Which, like people forget they didn't win the division. The very end, they coughed it up, and
you look at the second half offensive stats for them, and they're not great, and,
not good at all,
and that's why they should be going out and getting a bat or two. And
I know they haven't. Who? So you went and got what's his name, the closer?
Kenley Jansen.
Yeah, Kenley Jansen. I didn't get to see him pitch. I got to see him warm up, but I got to.
So I think this is going to be the first year in history that they'll have 3 relief pitchers who had 20 saves last year.
Yeah.
Between Lane, Finnegan, and Jansen. So that's a pretty solid like 7, 8, 9.
Yeah. Is Kenley gonna accept anything other than the 9th? I
don't think that they're gonna name a closer.
Okay. Huh. All right. Well, because
I kind of think that Finnegan is probably the best of the 3.
Yeah, I think that's probably. Yeah, every time Jansen goes out there, I think, well, this guy, surely he's bound to give to have a bad day, and he just that quirky little wind up and he just dude's good at saving ball games.
Yeah, I know he's getting a little older. I think he's like mid-30s now,
something like that.
So like. I can see that's the reason that they don't name like a single closer, just to not like give him too big of a workload.
Yeah,
especially when you got other guys, and maybe it's they do more of a right-left matchup than you would normally instead of like a dedicated closer.
Yeah,
which seems like a Hinch thing to do too. But they haven't. Yeah, they haven't really had a dedicated closer the last couple of years, so. I don't think it's gonna change. But I mean, like I was kind of hoping that they'd go out and get Bregman, and that didn't happen. Clearly,
yeah, he ended up with the we didn't even talk about Bregman.
Yeah,
he ended up with the Cubs. I forget what his paycheck was. It was significant, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, big blow for the Boston. They lose 2 top 5 third basemen in less than a year.
Yeah,
I mean, but they went out and Devers to get Bregman, and now they're both gone.
Yep, and but they traded for Crochet last year. That worked out really well for them. They went and signed Sonny Gray and now Ranger Suarez. But now their offense is looking real thin, like. Just
pretty high on the top end, but pretty low on the the bottom end.
Yeah, but they do have an outstanding starting rotation right off the get go. So, yeah, it's been a weird off season for Red Sox fans, but I think life's a little better when Red Sox fans hate themselves. So I'm here for it. The A's have not done a ton, but I saw an article today. They got they signed 3 of the top 50 prospects in international ball. So that's a pretty good start. Their farm system's historically been good. Like, as an organization, the A's is really, like,
you got
kind of top tier
there. It's probably need another couple years, but
he got moved up to Double-A towards the end of the season, and
so maybe just another year.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance. Like, I wouldn't say a significant chance, but I'd say like solid enough chance he could see some time in the bigs towards the tail end of the season, possibly. I mean, it's a little bit of a stretch, but it's not out of the question. If he continues to progress like he has, because I mean he absolutely mashed at high A, and then was just trucking right along at Double-A too. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm really liking how their roster is shaping up. I think they're going to make a run at the division this year. It was really nice to see them rally towards the second half of the season and get out of last place. That was nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of that's going to hinge on pitching.
I 100% agree. And they're down the stretch when Severino was hurt. Our best pitcher was Jeffrey Springs, and no offense to Jeffrey Springs, but he can't be your guy. Like that can't be the guy. So
no,
he's good. I'm comfortable with him in the 4 spot. 5 spots good. Much higher than that is we're in trouble if we're moving Jeffrey Springs above like the number 4 starter role. He's a good pitcher, but he ain't that good.
Yeah.
So we'll see how some of these young guys pan out, and then we got a lot of, like, the outfield's a little bit crowded right now. So there's some really interesting pieces that could bring in some veteran pitching talent. I think Mark Leiter Jr. was a solid move in the bullpen. He pitched like 51 innings last year, so I think he had 51 appearances and 49 innings, something like that. So he's good for an inning. So he'll probably get some important outs for us, but it's starting pitching. They really gotta work on that. So, but it's coming together nicely. One of the best lineups in baseball for sure.
Yeah, I kind of forgot to talk about prospects for the Tigers. I think there's a solid chance that if McGonigal has a great spring training, he opens the season on the roster.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, number 2
shortstop, prospect, right?
Yeah. And I mean that fixes a lot of problems.
Yeah, because Torres is gone, right?
No, Torres is back.
Oh, you guys got him for a while, right?
He had 2 years.
2 years, yeah. Okay, because he just signed last year, right?
He's on 1 year for last year, and then they re-signed him for 2.
Oh, okay. So he was a free agent. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And then, but yeah, I mean that if McGonigal can play short, then that you move Baez at third, and then infield's set.
That's a nasty McGonigal, because Torres is solid defensively too.
He's an all-star.
Yeah. I mean, he was a really good pickup for you guys last year.
Yeah.
Really worked out well. And then Baez is great defensively. So that's a nasty
he was an all-star last year too.
Yeah. Who do you got at first again? You got Torque.
Torque at first.
He's not much defensively, but
no, he's terrible. But his bats come on. So
yeah, his bat was good last year. No, it'll be interesting to see. Jeff McNeil, the A's signed Jeff McNeil, or they trade or sign? I can't remember. I think they traded.
Okay.
And which makes sense. The Mets were making room for Bo Bichette, and there was apparently beef between Lindor and McNeil. McNeil performed way better at the plate when he wasn't playing second base. They did a breakdown on it on Baseball is Dead, and that brings some veteran presence that fills a hole at second base. Second baseman was a big question last year. We had Luis Arias was the everyday second baseman most of the season, and he did okay, but he wasn't
now, right?
Yeah, they optioned him, or they DFA'd him towards the end of the season. They brought Max Muncy back up, and then Brett Harris and Carlos Cortez, and so they had and then Geloff was when he was healthy too. So, but Geloff really didn't pan out, and he's been hurt again. So,
it's too bad because he had a couple good he had a couple promising seasons.
Yeah, he looked like he could be a really good player for him, and it just hadn't panned out yet. So we'll see. Max Muncy, he's got some power. Defense needs a lot of work, but he was all right. He seemed like he was a better fit at third than he was at second base. Just he was opening day second baseman, and he sucked. But he's got some pop. So if you can hit home runs, you can always they'll always give you another chance. That's for sure. So third base is still a little bit of a question. Brett Harris was there towards the back half of the season, and
or Jeff McNeil not gonna, or he'll play second?
He'll play second is what it sounds like.
Okay, because I was thinking maybe play him at short and move
Wilson to third, maybe. I don't know. I assume they're gonna keep Wilson at short. His defense really came around as the season went along. He had some big errors early on, but he's also comes from pretty good lineage of defensive shortstop. So I figure his old man's not going to let him suck for very long. From what it sounds like, he's McNeil's going to play second, Wilson at short. Third's a question mark. Of course, Kurtz gets no days off. Nope. If you're not playing first, you're swinging a bat. Rooker played a little bit in the outfield towards the end of the season last year, and seems like his throwing arms improved quite a bit. So it's not a big deal to move him, put him in at left or right when Kurtz needs a day off defensively. So I don't know. I'm looking that with Denzel Clark coming back, we'll see what his spring training looks like. But Lawrence Butler looks good in center too. Like if he can get the bat going, he's really streaky though. Like he's smoking hot or he can't hit the broadside of a barn, so.
Yeah, but I mean, his defense is good enough to.
Yeah, because he's good enough defensively, no matter where we're at in the outfield. But he really is excellent in center field, but he ain't Denzel Clark good in center field. That dude's insane.
Gotta get him to hit a little bit more.
little bit. If we can get 250 out of Denzel Clark, I mean he's a perennial all-star.
Absolutely.
Anything else on the baseball front that we missed?
I think that's it. I mean, yeah, I think we've covered
World Baseball Classic. Coming up.
I always love the World Baseball Classic.
I do too. And Team USA is stacked this year. Dominicans always stacked. What the hell's with that Japanese guy signing with the White Sox? I did not see that one.
Oh, Murakami.
Yeah.
Yeah. Murakami. I didn't see that either. That's an interesting one. Kind of bucked the trend of going to a West Coast team recently, and it sounds like he just wants to play.
That's cool. I don't know if because nobody had the White Sox in the mix. Like there was no rumors about him going to the White Sox. So was that the only offers he got? I can't imagine that was the only offer.
No way. Got. Absolutely not. He's like the best power hitter in Japan.
And, he's
like Japanese. Well, maybe not history, but like recently,
he was more because Shohei wasn't known so much as a power hitter when he came over, was he?
Not like that.
Yeah, right. And Murakami, he's known as a bomber. So
and but it's going to be similar to the Angels. It's going to be Murakami hits 4 for 4, 2 home runs, and they lose 8-2.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, there's not much light at the end of the tunnel for White Sox fans. But hey, you will get to see a bunch of home runs from that dude.
That's something at least.
Yeah. I didn't see that coming at all. But and then it's been pretty quiet on the A's side. Like I said, they got Mark Leiter, Jeff McNeil, and that's kind of about all they did. The Rockies finally did sign somebody. It was it was a pitcher for he was with the Royals last year, Lorenzen.
Oh yeah,
it's Scott Lorenzen. So
Michael
Lorenzen. What's he throw?
Not well. He's with the Tigers before that.
Does he throw sinker slider?
I don't think he's like a power pitcher. I think he's got some. I can't remember if it was a sinker, but definitely a slider guy.
Okay. Well, I imagine
keep the ball low.
Let's hope so. Does he finish the season with an ERA under 5?
No,
I don't think so either. I don't think so. Poor guy. But hey, he signed. It wasn't a trade. He signed. So
good for them.
Yeah.
One set.
Yeah. I think it was the Rockies were the second to last team to sign a free agent, and then the Red Sox were the last. The Red Sox have had a weird offseason. They signed some guys, but they also I don't know.
They lost out.
How do all right, with Bregman going to the Cubs, the Cubs look good.
Well, I mean, they lose. I think they're pretty close to neutral, losing Tucker and adding Bregman.
That's true. I guess that they lost Tucker, so that's almost a lateral move there. But Bregman brings defense. Tucker had defense too, though. So, I don't know. It's good enough to win it's good enough probably for a wild card. I don't know if it's good enough to win the Central. The Brewers are still they still look good. Has Peralta signed with anybody yet?
I haven't seen. I don't think so.
And then Framber Valdez is still out there. isn't he?
Yeah.
So Cisa signed, Suarez signed. Framber
Valdez,
and I can't think of who else the other big.
No,
big
yeah.
Name.
Zach Gallen's out there still.
Oh, okay. What's his? I mean, he's still worth some money.
Yeah.
He didn't have a great year last year, but
he's only 30 though.
Yeah, and he's got good stuff. So like, there's no reason he couldn't have a bounce back year in theory. So I would assume somebody's going to pay him quite a bit of money. I wouldn't mind seeing him at the A's. That'd be all right. I doubt it happens, but that'd be nice.
Nick Martinez and Chris Bassett are out there, a little bit older, but they had good years last year.
Bassett had a good year. Real Muto re-signed with Philly. Schwarber re-signed with Philly. Bellinger is still out there. And Bellinger's kind of the big name.
Harrison Bader's still sitting around. Eugenio Suarez.
Suarez, yeah. Goldschmidt's out there too. Arenado's now with the D-backs. That'll be interesting to see. He's fucking Rockies. What a shit show. Luis Ariz is still out there.
I think St. Louis ate like 80% of his contract or something like that, like a huge number of it. But the Rockies are still paying really? A bunch of at least the part that they owe that the Rockies aren't paying.
Oh shit. Huh. Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that seems like all the big names out there. It's not.
I think so. There's not much. It's Suarez and Bellinger and Duhar. That'd be a good signing for somebody. He's pretty serviceable.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like free agency started pretty slow, and then all of a sudden, everyone started signing. So
yeah, pretty much all the big name ones are signed, but starting pitchers, it's Framber, Bassett, Nick Martinez, Zach Gallen, Zach Little's out there, Patrick Corbin, Fetty. That's Michaelis and Cortez. Once you get below them, it gets a little iffy. And I mean, even Michaelis especially is pretty iffy. Cortez had a little. As long as he's not pitching in Yankee Stadium, he's okay. But Michaelis was not good last year, so
it's getting pretty slim pickings after that.
Yeah, I think so. So I don't know. We'll see. What was the Lorenzen? It was just a 1 year deal. $9 million. No, $8 million for 2026 and a $9 million option for 27.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
he's worth that money, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad signing if you didn't have every position to fucking fill. If you were just plugging a gap with an already solid roster, that'd be a good signing. But when you've got a flaming pile of garbage and you're like, well, plug this leak
got
over
someone.
Yeah. You definitely signed a baseball player. Well, I think that's all I got. Anything on the NBA side?
Not too much.
We got that gambling scandal on the NCAA, but I
don't know enough about it to talk on it.
I don't either. I know it's been in the news. It is a hot topic, but I have not heard a whole lot of details on it. So, yeah, but it comes off on the back of of Emmanuel Clase being indicted, and then the Chauncey Billups, free Chauncey. We are very free Chauncey on Burning Daylight Sports. Chauncey did nothing wrong. That might come back to haunt me. I hope not, but it could. But no, I don't know enough on the gambling scandal, but that sounds like it could be fun that could be a fun one. We'll have to we'll check back in on that for next week, but I kind of enjoy the afternoon ones too, so it's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's good.
So, but yeah, that's all I got. So we'll get out of here this week, and we'll be back. We'll have a national championship, our national title winner when we come back for next week. So on that note, move your ass. We're burning daylight.